It's coffee time.
It's getting darker. It's getting hard to see.
How's everybody doing? What's up?
Like a candle snuffed out in the night. Like a moth that was pulled into the light. Now I'm nowhere, 'cause I have lost my way.
Hit that like button, guys. We're just starting. Yeah, there we go. Enough time for everybody to get in here. Thank you for being here. I chose the Dreaming's Hollow Man because it's not actually on a record, so therefore it's no copyright, so I thought it would be safe to play. I hope that's the case. If I'm wrong, this ain't going to make no ad money, I'll tell you that. But you got to love that riff, you know what I mean? That little riff. Well, I don't even have a guitar, but anyway, it's a fun little riff. They changed the song later on. But anyway, good to be here. It's afternoon. It's Wednesday. I'm either off on Wednesdays or Thursdays. I don't know yet. Now, I would prefer to be off on Thursday because that would allow me to do AEW Dynamite, stay up a little bit later with you guys, and then take off Thursday. No big deal. But the schedule would make me work potentially until Wednesday night at 8 p.m., which would disallow me to get home in time to do the review of AEW. So that would negate the whole thing anyway. So I am leaning towards Thursdays off, or Wednesdays off potentially. So then I would have to kind of end the Dynamite review around 12 at least, if not earlier. So, you know, there's pros and cons about that, but I'm working to figure that out with my place and my places and whatever. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Anyway, shout out to the $25 producers. To make my show really function adequately, we need about at least 20 to 25 of you as producers. And while we don't have that, we still have an impressive amount of people that are in the $25 category, including Todd Fair and Sith NEGAN, who are $100 mega supporters. So thank you to Todd Fair and Sith NEGAN, who have gone above and beyond to the $100 spot. And Sith NEGAN, I believe, a record 44 months in a row. I could be wrong in those months. I think it's 44 months from Sith. He actually might know better than me, but I can look at the record, and once I do, I'll find out, and I'll try to get that right so we can tally it, because we're on the road to 50 months in a row for Sith NEGAN as a $100 mega supporter, which is friggin' crazy and needs to be acknowledged. But shout out to Todd Fair, Brian Jardine, Alan Stober, Snarkbait, Colonel Stutters, Dion Edwards, Stevio, James Beggs, Sith NEGAN, V-Man, Nikki J, the Weed God, Drew Bar 100, Matt Rossmeyer, Alex O'Donnell, and Kalel Bama. If anybody wants to become a $25 producer on Patreon, we will try to shout you out at least, if not daily, weekly on the show with this graphic. This is the November graphic that will be valid until about December 5th or 6th or so. So thank you guys for still being here all this time, the ones that are. And the ones that are new, thank you as well. And hopefully we get some new people that want to, do that. But I know it's, but it goes a long, long way, man. We need to, it's hard to even pick up a couple people in the $1, $2 spot. But I mean, it's hard to say like, oh, we really need 10 or 20 more of these. But hey, what are you going to do? But at least we're doing really well though, like compared to we're like, this is very good. Like, a lot of people don't have 5 of those people or 3. So that's amazing. Clam Baked, what up, dude? Colonel Stutters is here. But yeah, if you guys can, anybody out there gets a $5,000 scratch ticket or something, you want to become a $25 producer for a year or so, cheers to you. Thank you. I will shout you out and let you know. Yes, I pretty much have a handle on my schedule at this point. So, again, look for me to potentially be live in the midday on Wednesdays and Thursdays, or Wednesdays or Thursdays. I don't know which one yet, but it may bounce around for a few weeks until I figure out which one it is. But right now, off today, it's Wednesday. Tonight is AEW Dynamite. I'm a stay-home dad now. Wish I would help out. I'm hurting myself. Damn, Clam Baked. You're a stay-home dad? Stay-home dad. I mean, otherwise known as, loser. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. That's interesting. Stay-at-home dad, huh? What's the woman doing? Yeah, listen, I'm lucky that I will not do things. If I don't like it, I'll leave it very quickly. I refuse to work. If I absolutely hate it, I'll get depressed and I'll hate my life and myself and I'll jump out a window. So I refuse to, I just won't do it. So whatever I do, I'll be mildly happy. I'll be depressed, but not because of the people I'm working with or working at. I'd be more depressed at at the fact that I'm not doing more with myself. You know what I mean? But that being said, Clam Baked, man, congrats. How's the kid doing, man? I hope everything's going well. That's a fucking sick gig. Dude, I wish I want that gig. I want the gig of, hey, I hang out with my kids all day. That's awesome. I mean, like, dude, when you do it, though, you see what women, like, kind of have to go through. Because you're like, wow, the whole day is kind of about that and schedule and structuring it. And there's no, like, it's very erratic. And you get a few minutes here and there. But, yeah, I don't know, man. That's not a bad gig, but it's more than you think, but it's also fun as hell because, dude, if your days can be like, bringing the baby, the bottle, or changing diapers, and going down to the park, watching cartoons, hanging out in the same room with a laptop while they're watching cartoons, and then playing some games with them, making them some food, and the wife goes out and makes all the work, all the money. I don't know, bro. That's kind of cool. Like, I don't know, to me, like, because I would run a side hustle at home while taking care of the kid. When the kid's napping and stuff like that, I would work the side hustle and have fun and, do some sports betting and, and take the kid to the park, every day for a break until it's school time. I don't know, man. I don't know. That seems pretty cool, but it's everything can be a grind, and you can get tired of anything and everything at some point. No matter what it is, even if it's something fun or good or whatever else. I'll scissor you all day long. Hey, for $9.99, you can scissor me. Yeah, well, that's not. Well, then it's really fun because for a little while you get to be stay-home dad. That's great. Have a good time while you're getting that bondage time with the kid. And I mean bonding time, not bondage. You don't want to be bondage with it. That's weird. That's like Jeffrey Dahmer type of stuff with a little bit of cum. Don't do that. Don't forget there's a $9.99 scissor me, don't know. Feel free to scissor me anytime you want. Or a super chat if you want to give Google 30%. It's all up to you. But let's take a look at this month's contributions for all the sexy pantses. And right now, we got Jack at the top of the list. Jack from the UK has been coming in clutch. He's above everybody at 278. DWELSH at 135. The Soundwave 92 at 132. I believe Allison Tugwa is in second place there, but the super chats don't count. And Derek, Mr. Derek Hance over there in fifth. Arushin Chu right behind him. Joel Yates, Smitsta. Joe transitioning to penis is actually on the list. Above 9 Doc. Interesting. I like that. Something in my mouth. I like that group of individuals. I mean, it's a fairly sexy group of individuals. But listen, Full Gear, WWE Survivor Series. Both are, happening. Which one's going to be better? I mean, the good thing about good thing about Survivor Series is this. Survivor Series is hopefully going to be one of the best Survivor Series of 10 years, of the last 10 Survivor Series. I don't remember them. Survivor Series has always been the weakest one of the main 4 original pay-per-views of WWE. And so I'm hoping that this Survivor Series finally rescues it to where you're like, man, at least that was worth something. It wasn't just 4-on-4 matches for nothing, or 4-on-4 matches for brand supremacy when they say that, whatever the hell that means. So stupid. Just basically bragging rights and nobody cares. That's the problem. Dude, the belts don't even mean that much anymore. So if the belts don't mean that much, you know, saying that, you know, this is for the brand supremacy, I mean, who gives a shit? You know? That's the thing. And that's the problem is, like, nothing else matters. So how are you going to be, you know, that's why Survivor Series has been garbage the last few years. And for almost ever. This is like, that's why you remember Deadly Games, because it was at least different. So you're like, okay, Deadly Games, Stone Cold. You remember that. And I remember certainly the old school ones where, like, at the end they'd have to come back out and wrestle the good guys versus the bad guys. You know, that seemed fun as a kid, right? When they put Texas Tornado, Hulk Hogan, and the Ultimate Warrior against Ted DiBiase's $1 million team and whatever survived or whatever. Like, that was fun. It felt like a tournament of 4-on-4s that led to something at the end of the night that really was vague, but still it seemed like something. So I remember those, and I was a kid too, so I, you know, maybe I have a little bias because I was a kid. So it was fun, even though for older people it was stupid. But then Deadly Games felt like it meant something, and that ended on a downer, right? That was a bad ending, right? Wasn't that the one where Shane, like, flipped off Stone Cold and they, like, screwed him or whatever? I don't remember, but it was some kind of screw job ending. Either way. And, you know, it's... But, you know, bringing Survivor Series into War Games, having a theme, and maybe every Survivor Series can be Survivor Series War Games, or maybe every Survivor Series there'll be stipulation matches that make it fun. So hopefully it's good. I mean, Raw has not been that great, but it is what it is.
Duncachino?
Oh, shit.
Don't mind if I do.
What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend.
Well, say hello to my chocolate blend.
Next dunking on me.
Yes! Michael B! Next dunking on me, Michael B! That's crazy. Well, that's going to translate to about $7, and that's about what Duncan runs me in the morning. Michael B, thank you. Thank you very much. Michael B coming in with the $11 Dunkin' Dono. It's a Dunkin' Dono. The $11 Dunkin' Dono. That's fucking hilarious. Look at Al Pacino here, by the way. Doesn't Al Pacino look like, I don't know, like some kind of molester in this commercial? I love that, by the way. I mean, I don't love molesters, and I normally don't like people that are molesters. You know, I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, I love Al Pacino looking like a molester. You know, because I know he's not, probably, although he's in Hollywood, you never know. But I'm going to say he's not a molester, but he looks like a molester, and for some weird reason, that tickles my pickle. I don't know why, but Michael, thank you, bro.
Shit bum.
I salute you, sir.
If Sasha doesn't come back at Survivor Series in Boston, does she come back at all? Also, Jake Paul said Ty Logan only tore his MCL, not his meniscus. A shorter recovery time for a possible Mania comeback.
Yeah, I saw that because I saw he wants something to do at Mania. I'm like, how can he do something at Mania? But I thought he tore his MCL and ACL. So, but now they're saying, what up, Colonel Stutters? Thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum. Colonel Stutters, thank you, bro. Every $5 adds up, no doubt about it. Thank you. Mustafa says a molester who snorted blow. Yeah. Here's the thing. Who's the top dono? I'm sorry. It's Michael B. Michael B is the top donation. This is an afternoon stream. We are live. Tonight is the AEW Dynamite review. So look for that tonight. $11 is the top dono. All right. So if it's just MCL, then yeah, we're dealing with a different animal than I thought. You know, and I never I thought he even wrote like ACL, MCL. I thought that he himself even wrote that. Like that's what he did. So I don't know if he was premature, he didn't know, or maybe if I'm misremembering, and that's possible because I'm an idiot. So that could be true. Michael B right now is the top dog with $11 donated. Thank you, Michael B, for dropping that, man. Appreciate that. Michael B. I don't think I spelled your name wrong. I don't know. I'm really stupid. Michael B, thank you. What did I got? I had a weird dream last night. What is it? I got to tell you guys about this. All right. What the fuck was the dream? Oh, my God, dude, it was so weird. Wait a minute. What was it? Oh, my God, it was so random that I have to tell people about this. It was the most random dream. It was so weird. I had to... Oh, my God, what was it? Oh, my God, it's driving me nuts. I got to tell you. It just made me think when I said Michael B, it made me think of Johnny B and Johnny B Good and Johnny B Bad, but it makes me think of Johnny B Good, Chuck Berry, and that's what it was. Chuck Berry, last night in my dream, I don't know why. Get ready for this. Write this one down and explain to me why I had this dream. Any psychologists out there, explain to me why I had this dream last night. I'm going to tell you about this dream. You're not going to believe this is real. I think it's like a joke that I'm trying to make people laugh. This is not a joke. I had a dream that I was in, ghost form. So, what I'm saying is, I wasn't the one doing this, and I wasn't in the room to the other people there doing it. I was, floating in the sky above looking down at it, as if I was a ghost while watching it, and I couldn't do anything about it but say to the individual, don't worry, you're still a superstar. And I kept saying, don't worry, you'll always be a legend, and don't worry, you're a superstar. And that person is Chuck Berry. I was having a dream that Chuck Berry's stomach was being operated on, and he was not drugged. No anesthesia. He was laying there on a regular chair while surgeon people were cutting his stomach open and doing things to him, and he was held down and he was screaming and stuff. It's like, oh my Lord, God, no, fuck it, and just crazy stuff. And his fucking big red guitar that you guys would recognize from Chuck Berry, anything Chuck Berry, that big guitar sitting next to him. And it's hazy to me, and I'm in the sky, and I'm saying out loud, I'm not saying it out loud, but I'm saying it, almost wishing it on him, don't worry, Chuck Berry, you're still a legend. As if that would make you feel better. Well, people are operating on your intestines and chest, and you're awake for it. I don't know why I had this dream, but I did. And I forgot about it because I forget my dreams and stuff like that. But I did wake up and I went, what the fuck was that? I woke up and I went, what the fuck was that? And then I began to just forget it. And then I went back to sleep and I totally forgot. But what I did remember is I had a messed up dream last night. I can't remember what it was, but it came back to me just now because Michael B triggered me into thinking about Johnny B, and that made me think about Johnny B Good. I don't know, bro, but that's literally what happened. That's the dream. There was more to it that I'm forgetting because there was a reason it started and then there was an ending to it. But I don't remember it. But that part I now remember. This dream is common, says 9Doc. By the way, 9Doc is one of the $25 producers. I think. Is he? Maybe he's not. 9Doc, are you a producer? Or are you just a donator? I don't remember. I thought 9Doc was a producer. Maybe not. 9Doc says the dream is common. It means you're a homosexual. I don't know, bro. As a ghost, you're essentially an angelic presence to whomever you're trying to come in contact with. Basically, I interpret it as your spirit being there for those you love in dire need. I mean, maybe you might be right. My dog is having stomach issues. I'm having stomach issues. So maybe it's a stomach issue thing. But I was trying to tell Chuck Berry, that he was... I mean, he peed on kids, didn't he, and videotaped kids, so I don't know if we'd really want to help Chuck Berry, but I mean, bro, it was so weird. I mean, and Chuck Berry's dead, so I don't know. Like, I don't know. Dude, what a weird dream. What a weird dream. Where's that big red guitar that he always had? Yeah, see, there's the guitar right there. That's the guitar. I seen him. I seen Chuck Berry laying on an operating table with his stomach wide open, and he was crying and screaming like, "Oh, Lord, oh, God, and my Lord, oh, my God, oh, you kill it, you do, oh." Like, it was just awful, and I'm a ghost, and I'm trying to tell him, "Don't worry, you're a legend. You know, you'll never, like, your songs will live forever." I'm saying all kinds of things to him in this dream, and it's, like, it's very bizarre. I don't know what to tell you. What did Chuck Berry die of? I don't know what he died of, so if it's anything like that. Chuck Berry died of natural causes, according to TMZ. Autopsy plan, the rock icon died at 90. Medical emergency attempts to resuscitate him were unsuccessful. So I guess heart or the body just gave up, or natural causes. I don't know. You know. Yeah, so I mean, I was looking for something stomach, because imagine that if he had like a natural causes, the appendicitis or something like that, and he died of that. That would freak me out, dude. I'm glad that's not the case. I'd be like, whoa, because there's no way. I'm not a clairvoyant person. I don't believe. I'm not one of these people that's clairvoyant and that can do all these things, because I'm way two-dimensional thinking. I think way two-dimensionally. I could never be like those people that go into places like, I feel this and that and the other thing. I can't do that. I would walk in and be like, I don't notice anything. I would never see aliens. I would never see something, because I just don't think three-dimensionally enough, or even fourth or fifth dimensionally. Certainly, I am like two-dimensional all the way. I'm really good at two-dimensional conversation between two humans with physical and verbal words. Now, I'm aware of the three and fourth and other dimensions. I'm aware that they exist, and that, you know, that some people have the clairvoyancy or the brain power to sort of start to dial into those other dimensions and other forms and layers of reality. But I just know that my own abilities are very lacking in that place. I'm somebody who would be like a good hostage negotiator. Oh my God!
My fecal matter's on the floor, but it's okay, I am
The man staying home, taking care of the kid. Clam Baked is here!
Fecal matter's on the floor. It's okay, I am a horse.
Wow.
Fecal matter's on the floor. It's okay.
Fecal matter's on the floor.
It's okay,
I am a horse.
Fecal matter's on the floor. It could be worse.
Oh, I lost my wedding ring too. It fell off because I lost 18 pounds, and I don't know where it is.
On the floor. Fecal matter's on the floor. But it's okay,
I am a horse.
It's okay, I am a horse.
Wow.
My fecal matter's on the floor. On the floor.
Thanks for the many years of entertainment. Been watching since WM30 review.
That's crazy to think that, isn't it? And I've met Clam Bake several times at Top Rope Promotions, at other wrestling events, so that's crazy, man. Thank you. What up, Clam Baked? How's the band going, by the way? Because you're doing like you've been doing a wrestling named themed band stuff for a while. We got to get out and like it's too bad that my show isn't better than it. You know what I mean? Like imagine if my show had gone to another level after 2017 and 18. It went to like a higher level. I would totally come out and just sit there at the show and party and do my show live from a show and do things like that. But maybe we'll get back to that someday. You know what I mean? We'll get going when I get things organized and stuff like that. I'll be launching some new things to try some new things as far as YouTube goes. So we'll see how that goes. I'm launching a couple other channels, a couple other ideas. I got some ideas with how the algorithm is different, how the world's different with things. So we'll see how those things go. And then including this channel, I'm going to be trying to get back to more short wrestling news commentaries and putting those out there, especially with the new working schedule and stuff like that. Clambake, thank you, bro. That is now the top dono from an old friend, longtime listener, Clambaked. And he pops in here now and then, still, all the time. But thank you, bro. You're doing amazing. That's great. What's the name of the band again? Because I forget. It's wrestling themed. I know that, and it's awesome because I saw it. I was like, well, that's cool. Well, we're going to talk about any breaking news that happens in wrestling. That's the breaking news. But there really is no breaking news officially. But we have an AEW Dynamite preview for tonight that's come out. I think Nick Aldis. I mean, I don't know why Nick Aldis doesn't like me, but fuck him. So fuck his four-eyed idiot ass. I think Billy Corgan, you know, he didn't want. Dude, I offered to support NWA, and they basically not only did they shit on me, but they didn't want even to nothing. Like I said to NWA, I said, hey, listen, NWA, I'm Joe Cronin on YouTube. I get 400,000 views a month at the time. That's what I was getting, 400,000 views a month. 400,000 views a month. I would like to have some kind of a partnership, whatever that is, whether you pay me $200 a month or whether you don't pay me and you just give me access to all the wrestlers to have some interviews once a week. That's fine. Either for free, I'll do it, or for a couple $100, whatever. Whatever it is. Whatever you want to do, I want to have some kind of working, ability, and I'll cover NWA. And I'll even say, NWA at the beginning of my videos or remind everybody all the time about NWA, blah, 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 blah. Well, not only did NWA say no, they also were like, you're a dickhead. And I'm like, what? Why? Why am I a dickhead? I don't understand. I don't think I even bashed anybody from NWA. And so Nick Aldis eventually blocked me. I don't even know why. I didn't ever bash Nick Aldis. I thought he was good. So Nick Aldis blocked me. I was told by, who's the guy who allegedly touched a woman while she was sleeping and they canceled him from the company and got rid of him? That guy? I was in that guy's DMs and he was basically like, fuck you. So he said, fuck you. Nick Aldis blocked me. Everybody else ghosted me. And Billy Corgan didn't say anything. And everybody else just was like, fuck you. Now, maybe it was Jim Cornette because Jim Cornette was there, I think, for a little while, wasn't he? And then they got rid of Jim Cornette, right, which was their biggest mistake ever because Jim Cornette was like a reason to watch the whole goddamn thing in the first place, right? So NWA hates itself. So I just want to say right now, in fact, you know what? I'm going to change the title of my stream. I'm going to change my title of this stream. NWA is run by tarred idiots, Billy Corgan. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change my stream title, and I'm gonna take a shot at Billy Corgan because I reached out to Billy Corgan like crazy, and I said, listen, I've been doing this a long time on YouTube. I know how algorithms work and blah blah blah. I'll help you with your YouTube channel. I'll do my YouTube channel, and all I want is some interviews for some people and some kind of little bit of a sort of back and forth with people. Or you can pay me either way, whatever. If you want, you know what I mean? I could use the money, but I'll just do it for fun, just to interact. I enjoy wrestling. I love NWA. I love everything else wrestling. Let's go. But NWA is run by such scumbag retard idiots, right? Like, let's just think of from the beginning to now, right? Billy Corgan is a fucking idiot, which is when it comes to wrestling. Because I didn't think he was. Because Billy Corgan is a brilliant person on interviews. By the way, I love Billy Corgan. As a person, I think I love him. And as a musician, certainly I love him. But as a wrestling guy at this point, why are you even doing it? What are you doing? You don't even, do you care? You don't care. Tyrus is the champion, the big fucking lump of shit. You're an idiot. So the NWA is full of fucking idiot assholes, right? You could have had me on commentary. You could have had me working for you to make things happen a little bit better than they are. I had 400,000 views a month. That's 500,000 views. You wouldn't even say, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's add him, then add a couple other people. Now we're up to 2 million views and mentions a month. Oh, no. You're a scumbag, Joe. Well, then you fire Jim Cornette. One of the only reasons so many people watch NWA, Jim Cornette. You fire Jim Cornette. You are fucking stupid. So Billy Corgan's a fucking idiot and hates me or doesn't care. The guy who molested allegedly or raped or whatever the question is about him, is it Lagano, David Lagano or Lagana or whatever his name is? That some kind of Me Too thing that happened with him allegedly. I don't know what it is. Dave Lagana, he was sort of weird to me, and allegedly I've been told that he hates me. I don't know why, because I DM'd him like a couple of times. Like, whatever. Okay, good. You hate me. You fucking suck at running. Your show sucks. Like, everything sucks, bro. Like, you're a piece of shit. Dave Lagarno, whatever the fuck you are. You're a scumbag piece of shit loser. I bought a house from YouTube. You're a scumbag loser. NWA, losing money, doing nothing, sucking ass. You suck. Trevor Murdoch is as entertaining as a KKK rally, right? Trevor Murdoch, great wrestler, so much talent, and all those guys, they don't even promote them the right way across the IWC, YWC, and everywhere else. Not a damn thing. You know what? They're 2 seconds away from hiring Denise Salcedo to come on there and be a stupid cunt like she is everywhere else. I can't wait till we have stupid cunt Denise Salad Tosser to be on another show where she'll do nothing but promote her own individual fucking responsibilities and show. Hey, it's me, Denise Salcedo. I'm on this thing. And now, fucking retard fucking world we live in. So I don't watch the Wrestling Observer anymore because every fucking 10 minutes, hey, I add nothing to wrestling talk. I have nothing to say, but I'm on my period. That's what's going on with her. Hey, thank you very much, Wrestling Observer. If I wanted to think about Denise Salcedo on her period, I would have watched your show. But since I want to hear about wrestling, I'm not going to watch. Thank you very much. Go whore your fucking channel out to Fightful, where Sean Ross will be creepy in the DMs to you like it's reported by so many females that he is. So there you go there. How's it feel to get a little real in the morning here? NWA, you fucking failure. Nobody will associate. That should be the name of the company. Nobody will associate with this piece of shit brand who literally won't, like, can you imagine someone saying, hey, let me get you, I'd love to just get you, let's get you 500,000 views. Let me help you with that. And then having people be like, you're a fucking loser. Okay, I'm a loser? All right, I guess I'm a loser. Okay, cool. I'll remember that. That's why I don't cover NWA. So for all the people who are like, why don't you cover NWA? Why don't you cover Impact Wrestling? Impact Wrestling is almost as bad, right? Because Impact Wrestling was like, they were like, they were weird to me too, Impact Wrestling. So whatever. Impact Wrestling sucks. Nobody watches you. Haha. Like, that's funny. NWA gets 15,000 views a video. They put out hour-long videos. They get 15,000 views. Fucking wrestling review channels do better than NWA. Wrestling review channels do better than NWA. So, you and do what you want. I enjoy wrestling. I enjoy the talent at NWA for the most part. It is run like piss. This is the most I've talked about in a long time. It's run like piss. That tells me all I need to know about Billy Corgan, NWA, like all these people, Nick Aldis. You know what I mean? You don't even send a, you have not, like, it's just very strange. You know what I mean? I made my own name. I got 70 million views on my own thing. You know what I mean? And there are several other people that they should be working with that they don't work with. It's not like me, like I'm some special person. There's people way better than me and way above me and way more successful than me, not working with them either. You know why? Because they're fucking stupid. That's why. The second, and you nailed it, Axel Bonilla, the second that they kicked Jim Cornette out of that company, they just said, hey, guess what? We're going to suck on purpose. Like, I guess. We're just going to be a piece of shit place.
Basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Hey Joe, will you be watching some World Cup games, which is starting this Sunday with only one game, and then the next day will 4 games that will be USA playing in the afternoon against Wales?
Well, I don't think so, because the USA is not in the World Cup this year. The Rainbow Sparkle Club is in the World Cup, so I will not. The USA is not in the Cup. I don't know if you've heard about it. The Rainbow Sprite Club is in the cup, but not the USA. So I won't be. No, I'm not going to watch that, man. There's no USA. If there's no USA, I can't. Why would I watch, the World Cup with no USA in the tournament? So I'm good, bro. Unless they have the USA in the tournament, I'm not going to watch it. Graham Hancock thinks everything we know about human history, prehistory, is wrong. He's a very interesting guy. I honestly think he's onto something. I've always kind of thought that myself. I feel like we're forgetting stuff. We're forgetting things in the past, and there's something missing. But we could just be reaching for something, and it might not be true. But here's coming to Netflix, The Ancient Apocalypse, Graham Hancock. And by the way, I'm not paid to do this. I just find it interesting.
Did you know that you were picking a fight with academia? Because there's a lot of people that just don't want to hear this.
You have been at the front of the line for decades, and you exposed me to a lot of these controversial ideas that have now been substantiated.
Well, I'm Graham Hancock. I don't claim to be an archaeologist or a scientist. I am a journalist, and the subject that I'm investigating is human prehistory.
So, that's a little preview of it, I guess. Coming to Netflix, I guess. So look for that. If you like the Graham Hancock stuff and some of the speculative conspiracy, ancient human stuff, you might like that. I don't know. I find it interesting. I don't think it's all true or right, and we don't really know anything. But we do know a lot of things that are true, and some of those things try to be debunked, and we're like, well, we've already kind of figured out that that's true, so it's hard to say. But there are some things that I wonder about. I have always thought, I think that there's some, and this is totally vague, and there's nothing to substantiate really right now, but I've always thought that we're on a repetitive cycle on the Earth. That every, I don't know if it's every 10,000 or every 30,000 years, it seems like there's a massive flood or a massive extinction event, and we have to we go back to prehistoric times and we have to reestablish ourselves. And I'm wondering if that pattern's happening because of an elliptical orbit of a planet X that's making the poles flip over, or I wonder if it's something else that we don't even know about that's happening over and over again. I don't know. But it feels like there's some kind of lost civilization stuff that goes on every 10, 30,000 years. I don't know. That's probably bullshit, and probably it's not, but could it be? It could happen. It could happen. It'd be a great Star Trek episode, too. This would be a great Star Trek episode. If only Seth MacFarlane was listening to me, or Brandon Braga, or Terry Metalis, or somebody at Star Trek or at CBS or whatever would reach out to me. I have a million stories. But wouldn't it be great is if they landed on a planet they thought was, and they were and they couldn't interfere because the people there were like prehistoric, so that they couldn't interfere with the people on the planet and things like that. But because of the what do you call it? The God damn it, what's it called? The Prime Directive. Because of the Prime Directive, they can't interfere, they can't show themselves, all kinds of things. But after studying the planet, they find out that the planet every 5,000 years or every 3,000 years has a massive extinction event, and these people get thrust back into the into this prehistoric time every 3,000 years, making it so they'll never evolve. They'll always be cave people, and then they'll get wiped out down to the bare minimum, and then they'll be cave people again. But they have a vague idea of this because they talk about the great flood that happens and the great ending or the great extinction or something. It's called something like that. And then the people on the Star Trek, they have to go to the planet, find out why this is happening. And potentially they can break the Prime Directive because these people have advanced in the past. Or maybe some of them have become sub-dwellers and gone down to the core of the Earth and they're really advanced or something. I don't know, but they're trapped under the Earth. I don't know, whatever. There could be some kind of story out of this. It could be fun. Could be a Star Trek episode. It'd be great. And then they have to decide if they want to save the people and stop this cycle that's never going to be. It's always going to be every 3,000. They're never going to advance, and they have to decide and project, could they ever advance with this going on? No, they'll always be like this for millions and millions of years, whatever. But they still can't interfere. What if their evolution is to develop gills where they can swim through the water and the floods that happen, or the lava that blows up? I don't know, whatever it is. Or it's the poles are flipping because of a nearby asteroid or a nearby planet that zooms by every 10,000 years, every 2,000 years, every 1,000 years, whatever it is. Yeah, man. And so then they project how they could fix that. I don't know. It could be a really good episode. The FTX scam. Yeah, I heard FTX crashed. Isn't Brady heavily involved in that too? So he lost everything. If I'm not incorrect, I think Brady lost like a shitload. I could be wrong. But yeah, I think Brady lost a lot of things. Hey, man, thanks to the people who have been donating during this live stream. Michael B. dropped $11. Colonel Stutters with the $5. Clam Baked, $20 drop. Thank you to Clam Baked. And Pacharo with the $1 drop as well. And yes, I won't be watching the soccer game because we have no USA in the soccer. So until we have the USA in the soccer, you know what I mean? I really can't watch it because, I mean, I don't care about other teams. You know what I mean? Now, there is another team that says they're the USA, but this ain't them. I know that. Those aren't the USA colors. I don't know what those are. That's not the USA, so that's the US gay, which is fine. See, I'd be all right if they put like a rainbow patch on the jersey somewhere to support that. I'm fine with supporting it, like putting a rainbow patch somewhere to signify that, or fine if you want to do that. But what I don't like is taking the USA red, white, and blue logo and making that itself different colors. Our fucking logo is this. This is the fucking logo. If you're not playing under that logo, then you fuck yourself. You know what I mean? So, no, I'm not watching this shit. This fucking virtue signaling shit. I don't care if they were trying to virtue signal Christianity, Judaism, white people, candy bars, whatever. I ain't watching some team that's so obsessed with fucking people's genders and people's sexuality. If you're obsessed with what people look like and their sexual affiliations and things like that, you're a psycho, all right? Religious people obsessed with it and picketing outside of places, psycho. People who need to virtue signal what they are to everybody like nutcase maniacs, psycho. It's all the same psycho. You are obsessed with race, color, religion, groupthink, or being part of whatever the hell you call it. That is what leads to Nazis. That's what leads to war. It's what leads to wars. It's what leads to genocide. It's what leads to bullying. Being obsessed with people's identity and playing identity politics will make people die soon. It will happen. That is the pattern. You will have other people resenting you for it. You'll be resented. You'll resent them. And you will create identity politics that puts people's individuality out the window and their identity at the forefront, which is how you get gassing of Jews. So I refuse to get involved with identity, people's identity and being obsessed with it. That is how you will get murder and death and war and fight. Don't do it. It's a big mistake. But, you know, these fucking teams, bro, I don't know. These people they're obsessed, they're nuts, and they want death. They want death. They don't want equality things, they want death. It's very strange. Anyway, and that's coming from me. And I'm pretty much a hippie. I'm a fairly hippie person. It's me, Al, the hippy-dippy weatherman, ready to do the hippy-dippy weather. Today's forecast, dark. And it'll be continued dark. And I love George Carlin. I miss you, George Carlin. Without George Carlin, in my opinion, my favorite comedian going is Dave Chappelle. Without George Carlin, to me, it's Dave Chappelle. And after Dave Chappelle, it was Bill Burr, but Bill Burr's gone out. He's become watered down. I don't know what he is. So, yeah, but I don't know who it is now. But I've actually heard some up-and-coming comedians who are pretty funny. like in their late 20s and 30s. And some of them have been really good. I just don't know all their names really yet off the top of my head. I just sort of heard it and was like, that's pretty fucking funny, man. But yeah, number 1 would always been George Carlin, and number 2 would be Dave Chappelle. Now it's Dave Chappelle for me. And then there's like comedians that I think that had like just legendary stand-ups that I didn't love that much of all their stand-ups, and I didn't love everything they did and things like that going later when they became actors and stuff like that. But they had legendary like 1 or 2 offs. You know what I mean? Like to me, Richard Pryor had a couple of just amazing shows. Eddie Murphy had a couple fire comedy shows. And even Bill Cosby, like Bill Cosby himself is one of the best and clean. It's got to be one of the best clean comedy specials I've ever seen. Bill Cosby himself is a work of art. And Bill Cosby by himself is a work of rape. But Bill Cosby himself is so good, it's unbelievable. He really did almost nothing after that I liked. I mean, Cosby Show was all right. But I mean, like, he really didn't do many stand-ups and things that I was like, wow, that's amazing. But Bill Cosby himself is like that, like top 20. I mean, I'd feel bad because like I put like 10 of George Carlin's specials. If you were like, name your top 20 stand-up specials, like 10 of them are George Carlin. Boom. But then it's like Bill Cosby himself, Eddie Murphy, like Delirious, like some of the other ones. Richard Pryor, a couple of those. Eddie Murphy, there's a couple there. Dave Chappelle, Killing Him Softly. I think there's a Bill Burr one that I can't remember the name of it, but one of Bill Burr's would be on my list. Ron White's first or second one that he did, the one where he told the tater salad story. I think the thing about the Ron White one is the CD, I think, is better than the video. The video is actually a different recording, and the delivery on the CD is much better. Like, he has a much better delivery on the CD. Same thing happened with George Carlin Jammin' in New York. If you try to buy Jammin' in New York, I don't know if they fucked up or forgot, but they recorded night 2. So Jammin' in New York that you saw on HBO all the time in the 90s is not the one that's on the DVD anymore. In fact, there's only one DVD printed of it, and you have to look on YouTube to find it, and the delivery is different. His delivery on the other night is the one that we grew up with in the 90s, and it's fire. But his delivery on the second night or first night or whichever night it was isn't as good. And that's the one that they put on DVD. And I'm like, but this isn't the one. Why did they do this? Like, why is this the one that's on DVD? I'm fucking confused. You know, and I don't know the answer to that. I used to tweet them. I would tweet at George Carlin's daughter and everybody. I'd be like, dude, why is this the wrong version of Jammin' in New York? It drives me nuts. Clambake says, Joe, any issues, any indie wrestlers you have your eyes on? We hung out with Warhorse over the summer. He's the man. I'm hoping this dude gets signed soon. Well, I mean, Warhorse wrestled in AEW, had a pretty big shot in AEW. I don't think he came across good enough that they were like, well, we got to sign this guy right away. And a lot of fans were like, I don't know if Warhorse has enough to be signed, but at the same time, he has something that I feel like he should be signed, but I'm just not sure. Like, I'm sort of on the fence about Warhorse. I think his indie stuff is beautifully done, and it's so good. Like, on the indies, Warhorse is an 8, 9 out of 10. I'd want to book him. But Warhorse and AEW, does it work? I don't know. Not sure 100% it does. But at the same time, they got Orange Cassidy and all these other guys who have gotten over in certain ways, so why couldn't it? By the way, guys, if you can hit the like button, that'd be awesome. 32 likes, that's sad, bro. We got to hit 69 likes, or baby seals will be suffocating off the coast of my mother's house. Let's see here. Thank you, Clambake, trying to rally the troops. I appreciate that. Play us some WZ. Warzone 2, is that what you're saying, TJB? What up, TJ? Joe, did you hear about yeah, I talked about that. Yeah, the chat's a little quiet. He needs more character development. Yeah, probably right. Like, they could probably turn him into something else, too, as well. You know, I'm just not 100% sure on the whole thing. You know what I mean? I got a few more minutes here. If you guys want to get to something, let me know. Bring it on. I'd love to talk about anything you guys want to talk about here. Just let me know in the chat if you want, and we'll try to talk about it as we close out. Tonight I'll be live. You may not get the alert. Oh, there's a new live thing on YouTube. Many of you guys may or may not know, but they took away the live channel thing. So if you're on your phone, my live videos don't pop up in videos. You have to click on the live version of it. So a lot of people are like, dude, where's the videos? I don't get what's going on. Well, you have to click on the thing. It makes no goddamn sense. I don't understand it. And but a lot of people are confused by it, and it's causing problems. So just know that if you're on my main page, you know, you won't see that you won't see past live videos anymore. So you have to go click the live tab at the top to find the old live videos. So stupid. YouTube is literally retarded for doing it. I don't understand. But I received like hundreds of messages throughout the week of like, where's monetized this episodes and where's these old episodes? I'm looking for old episodes. Oh my God, where is it? And I'm like, oh yeah, they took away the thing. And SITH NEGAN reminded me of that the other day. And yeah, I've been getting lots of people mentioning this and talking about it. And yeah, no, it's basically just that YouTube is stupid. So I don't know why they did this. We'll never know why they did this. They're morons. So that's... Even now, I'm trying to look at, like... Because you used to be able to customize a lot of things on the main page, and it's like... I don't know what they're doing. You know, like, I don't know why they would adjust all this stuff and change it, but... They're fucking stupid for doing it. Let me see if I can find a live category. Let me see. Yeah, I'd have to get rid of one of the sections. So I'd get rid of, probably get rid of, I don't know. Probably get rid of this one. Yeah, so I fixed it, I think. I made it so that you can see the past live ones better. So hopefully this will help. Yeah, so hopefully this will help out. Past live streams will be on the second drop down. So hopefully that will help out. I just had to add it. The FTX is going to go deep, and funny how there is more coverage from podcasters than the media, especially with how much the SBF donated to the Dems. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yes, if you become a patron, you will get the notifications of when I'm live. So, except for today, because I didn't actually post on Patreon, because I forgot. But yeah, if you become a patron, you'll get the notifications that I'm live, except for today. So, I do recommend becoming a patron. But if you can, become a $25 producer. I thank all the producers who have joined that spot. And you guys are helping to fund the show. If you do become a producer, I will fix this chart, and I will add you to the producers list. But I want to thank all the $25 producers: Todd Fair, Brian Jardine, Alan Stober, Snark Bait, Colonel Stars, Dion Edwards, TVO, James Beggs, SITH NEGAN, V-Man, Nikki J, The Weed God, Drew Bar 100, Matt Rossmeyer, Alex O'Donnell, Khalil Bama, and, of course, the $100 ones, Todd Fair and SITH NEGAN. Thank you guys for going way above and beyond. Why is Jake Paul banned from UFC events? Oh, because he got in like a fight with Dana, you know, and because he was like, they don't pay the people enough, and, you know, he's calling that out. And, yeah, Dana White don't like the Paul brothers, and the Paul brothers are have been going at Dana White for a while, so I guess that's, you know, I understand why they don't like each other. It'd be nice if they talked and figured something out and maybe, you know, buried the shit, but... You know, for right now, I don't see that, and I can see why they're both angry at each other. You know what I mean? So Jake Paul is banned from UFC events. You know? Interesting. I mean, that's a weird thing to do. I mean, kind of a petty thing to do. I got to be honest. I know that the Paul brothers have been critical of your company, and they kind of oppose it in a rivalry type of way. But them being in the crowd for you is kind of, if they were in the crowd for you, would be kind of a good thing. But I guess if they're never in the crowd, then fuck it, I suppose. But It is a bit of a petty move.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Yeah,
You Are All Diseased is my favorite Carlin show.
That actually is my favorite, except for Jammin' in New York. I think Jammin' in New York is my favorite, and then You Are All Diseased is number 2. I even think the last one he did, It's Bad For You. I thought that I loved that last one he did. Life is.
You raised a piece of shit.
Oh, Dick Spit has become a member, folks, and Dick Spit is been a member for 36 months. $100 says the Qatar government won't allow the USA to use that logo in its broadcast of the World Cup. You can't exactly be gay there. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. That's the funny thing. In America, everybody's called a bigot or a racist or a homophobe, but yet the people in America that call you a bigot, a racist, and a homophobe, those are people that don't like it when Trump put a ban on places flying to America, and they said that was racist and bigoted, but the people that he banned would cut the pussy and dick off of gay people. So it's like, man, you got to love these people. Hey, I hope the whole world dies and a comet or asteroid hits us and everybody's dead. That's what I'm hoping for. And again, George Carlin, Life is Worth Losing. One of the funniest titles I've ever heard and will ever hear and have ever heard, because it's fucking hilarious. George Carlin, Life is Worth Losing is one of the funniest titles. It wasn't the best of his stand-ups, but it's just so good. Playing with Your Head back in the day, Live in New Jersey. I mean, there's so many good ones, and you could run through so many things. Guys, thank you so much for this today. I enjoyed being here on this afternoon stream. Thank you to Dick Spit for 36 months. Everybody hanging out, hitting that like button. I appreciate it. Share this video everywhere if you can. And I'll be back next week on a Wednesday or Thursday afternoon. I don't know which one, depending on the day. And, of course, I'll be back tonight. Tonight is AEW Dynamite. Complaints and Grievances is another really good one. Yep. I'll see you tonight for the review. Be here. Hit that like button. And thanks to Clam Baked, who was the top donation of this stream. He dropped $20. And he got me wet. And when you get Daddy wet, Daddy leaks through his pants. So thank you for getting Daddy wet. And thanks to everybody who's a $25 producer on Patreon. You guys are saving the show. More of you jump on as $25 producers. I will be shouting you out tonight on the show.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.